And we are back at it with part 2 on the slightly positive side for YouTube ID verification. Let's get into it.
But watching specific types of videos such as Pokemon, Minecraft, anime, Roblox, etc. get my account classified as under 18. Our age estimation model does not look at one form of content in isolation to determine if an account is under the age of 18. The model assesses many different signals to reach this determination, including but not limited to YouTube activity and longevity across a user's account. It is not focused on any specific genre or type of video.
Well, at least with this, there's some reassurance whether you're watching Pokemon, Roblox, Minecraft, or certain content that YouTube has put on this specific list at this moment in time, and has deemed your account as not being affected by these specific categories. Let's see how this plays out later on, and I'll give you guys an update on after August 13th.
One, is YouTube going to start requiring ID from all its users? No, no one is required to provide their ID to use YouTube.
This is a very positive part of YouTube, and one part of YouTube I've always liked, and they will never change. You never have to have your ID show your age verification to watch your typical YouTube content. As soon as YouTube starts mandating to watch any content on YouTube, we have lost YouTube, and YouTube will literally die out that way. This is why YouTube will never ever mandate ID requirements to watch every content. At least not yet.
So the selfie thing seems a little bit outdated. I have mentioned the selfie thing too in other videos, but apparently it's not a selfie that is required, it's video verification. You have to basically turn on your phone's camera and follow a prompt where you have to look up or down or whatever, and that's how the verification is done. So it's not really done by a selfie. Could be wrong on that, but that's what YouTube settings says.
So yeah, this is the one controversial part in where YouTube messed up big time. Unless they haven't updated their moderation requirements for the YouTube platform for content creators, where it says it's a video identification requirement, basically, not a selfie. So unless they're working on updating that within the next like 6 days, we'll see how that plays out.
Users can choose not to submit ID and continue to use YouTube with standard protections applied to teen accounts. Teen viewers have access to all of YouTube except age-restricted content, such as content that has excessive violence or nudity. In fairness, this is good news. I thought this would mean that they wouldn't have access to content that is marked as not made for kids, but apparently it only refers to age-restricted content.
Alright, if it does not say this on your YouTube channel to sign in to confirm your age, that means it's not considered 18 plus content. And I want to point out real quick that most of the content on here, guys, that you watch is not 18 plus. My content does not fall into that category, and it is very, very difficult to actually get your content rated as 18 plus. If you read the YouTube TOS what is categorized as 18 plus, there are very, very strict requirements for it to be categorized. So yes, if you think you can't watch your favorite content creators that you've been watching for years on end, and it does not say specifically sign in to confirm your age, because there's a lot of content that is not 18 plus, this probably won't have an impact on you, and you probably won't even notice the change. So that is very, very good.
These are going to be the things that you're going to be losing your ability to do on YouTube if you, one, get marked as under 18 by YouTube, and two, you don't want to provide a valid ID or video verification. You can't make any money.
If I were to give you guys a straight up answer of what form of ID I would say to provide, it would be a credit card. One of the things is because it doesn't show you any face, it doesn't show any like social securities, it doesn't show any information, even your age. All it shows is your credit card number. Now, when you do that, make sure you get a new one within 24 hours of it being uploaded, because we can never trust any platform when they say they're going to delete that information, ever.
How in the fuck are they going to actually determine if you are watching a video with your kids? Like, how is that possible? It says to help us correctly account for instances of parents or caregivers watching together with their kids?
To be fair, I think YouTube just made this shit up on the spot. And even YouTube won't know how to deal with this part. So we'll have to see, again, wait and find out when it rolls out on August 13th.
Teen viewers will still be able to watch all content on YouTube and your channel except age-restricted content You can check if your content is age restricted by going to YouTube Studio and using the age restriction filter, or by looking for age restriction in the restrictions column on your videos page. So this is good news, the fact that people who are marked as under 18 are still going to be able to find your videos as long as they're not age restricted.
Like I said, there's a lot more positivity in this video that I'm uploading than the previous video, that I'm actually really not as worried about this. And I also don't think you guys should be worried about this, because again, there's very little content that is age restricted on YouTube. Unless you go deep dive looking for that 18 plus content, you probably won't find it. It's kind of hard.
Content these safeguards should be applied to, including idealizing specific fitness levels or body weights, featuring real-world social aggression like non-contact fights and intimidation, portrayal of delinquency or negative behaviors such as cheating on a test, lying for personal benefit, or participating in public pranks and stunts that negatively impact others. We are not making any changes to recommendations as a result of this launch.
So first and quick off, I wanted to point off that because they're not making any changes recommendations because of this launch, this actually won't have any impact. I don't know why YouTube had to state this, but they could have just said that we've already announced this change and it's been inactive for over 2 years now. They could have just said that and left it at that, because this part where it says YouTube safeguards teens through contact recommendation, that's not new. So again, irrelevant to the age ID verification system. I hope you guys enjoyed this part 2, and I will be doing a part 3 later, but that won't be up until after August 13th, in a few days after I've done research on this rollout, when it's taking effect for the United States. Please hit the like, subscribe, hit the all bell notification, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye all.